What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Madden 18 Jaguars franchise mode season 2 off-season live stream. I apologize I didn't start right at 2 o'clock like I said I would. I was trying to get my OBS to work again, and it still doesn't want to seem to work, so I think I'm going to have to uninstall it and then reinstall it. Hopefully that'll work. So we're going to be doing it on the PS4 again like I did earlier last week when we did NBA. Hopefully it goes well. I think that one went pretty well in terms of not many issues. So hopefully this will go off without a hitch as well. So let's get right into the things here. Basically what I did was before the stream I went in through and re-signed all the undrafted rookie free agents we had, just because I wanted to make sure that's my neighbor's dog barking. I apologize. Anyway, I went through and signed all the undrafted rookie free agents that we wanted to keep. Guys like Wesley Farmer, Shaheen Mabin. You know, everyone that contributed to our Super Bowl winning team. Oh my gosh. I'm not sure if you guys can actually hear that barking. If you can, I apologize. I live in an apartment complex. It's usually very quiet. And you're allowed to have pets here. And apparently, one of the dogs found another dog in the hallway. So they're barking right in front of my door. I'm just going to go on. They'll stop eventually. So anyway, back to the undrafted rookie free agents. I went through and signed everyone that I wanted to keep. And then I went and pretty much released everyone that, we weren't going to re-sign anyway, because after I re-signed Farmer and Mabin, and I think I signed Smallwood. I'm going to go through and show you everyone, but I was kind of low on cap space. But we don't really need a whole lot anyway in terms of that. So more just backup roles is what we need to fill. But basically, I did that before the stream because I like to go into Microsoft Word and make a little spreadsheet of everything we need and all that. So we're good to go when we get into free agency. That way I don't forget anything. Because there are a couple starting roles. There's two that we are going to be going after: fullback and free safety. I know fullback, we didn't have anyone on the roster. Spicer played fullback for us last year. But we do run a lot out of the I formation, so I'd like to get an actual fullback this year. And then also free safety, which I'll show you why we need a free safety here in a second. Actually, we could probably do that right now, because I just wanted to let you know why I didn't show you the cutting and stuff while I did it on the live stream. But I'm going to go through here, and we will go to transactions, and I'll just kind of show you everything. We want Jaguars. Okay, so we went down to. I guess we'll go over retirements too after this. Because I saw we had a couple people that. Okay, these are the practice squad guys, so they don't really matter. So Jeremy Parnell retired for us. He was not starting anyway. We were starting Brandon Fain, who was our first round pick last year. And then John Greco retired. He was our right guard last year, but he didn't play too well. We signed him to that 1-year deal. I actually just re-signed him during the regular season because I wasn't sure if Woods is ready to take his spot. And then he went and retired on us anyway, so we didn't have much of a choice. So that was the two retires we had on the team, which is a big reason why we have hardly any backups on our O-line. So I'll definitely address that probably just in the draft. But so as far as re-signs, the only ones I re-signed were undrafted rookie free agents that we signed last year. Seth Snyder, he played very well for us when Brandon Linder went down with that injury. So we brought him back on a 3-year deal. And then we re-signed Gilbert Neal. He's more of a special teamer, but he was pretty good for us, I think, when he did play. And RJ Daniels, same thing. Very good backup at strong safety. You're not gonna really find anything better for the price. And then Shaheen Maven was an absolute beast when Ngagwe was injured, and he stepped up big in the Super Bowl, made a very crucial sack for us to help us win that game. And then I re-signed Wesley Farmer because, again, he's really good special teamer for us, and he's been playing a little more. We've been getting him in a little more at corner, so we brought him back. Cheap deal, less than $2 million for a year. If you don't play well, we don't got to re-sign him next year. And then we re-signed Walter Dixon. He was very impressive. I loved him all year. Really helped us out. And then Ryan Smallwood, we're going to bring him back. We're not bringing back Jake Rudock just because I don't want to pay him all that money, and he is a little older. And I think Smallwood is very capable enough to be our backup. He didn't play too much in the regular season, but he did play well when he played. And he played well in the preseason last year. Well, hopefully he'll do that again this year. And then, so on to the releases. We released Marcus Kesey. He was a practice squad guy. Same with Ross Reed and Bobo Wilson. And then JT Gates as well. And then there's a few not real big names, but decent big names we did release. We released Josh Wells. He was a backup. Cam Robinson was clearly better than him and didn't really want to pay him what he was due. We actually saved, I think, $3 million by cutting him. And then Shamel Mitchell, Joey Lasseter, Donald Payne, Russell Chisholm, guys that didn't really, undrafted rookies. Jalen Myrick, we got rid of him. We don't need him because we re-signed Wesley Farmer. George Rice, the practice squad guy. And then Tayshaun Gibson, we released him. That's why we need a free safety. He was a 74 overall, and he hurt us at times last year. He was good in the run game. He helped, stop the run a little bit, but in terms of pass coverage, he was absolute garbage. There's no reason to bring him back. I think he was due a contract at the end of next year, so we weren't going to bring him back after next year anyway, and we actually saved like $3 million by cutting him. And then a Craig Weary, practice squad guy, we cut. So take a look at the depth chart, what we have right now. Not the depth chart, just the roster. Take a look at the roster here. Just to kind of show you who's all on roster still. So we still got Russo, Ryan Smallwood. Gonna bring in a third. Fournette, Chris Ivory, I'm debating on cutting him because we would save $10,000, or we'd save $100,000 by cutting him, or $10,000. Sorry, we'd save $10,000 by cutting him. So it's always nice to have a decent backup on the team, especially with Fournette's injury history. So I think we are going to keep him around and then just bring in a couple. We're not going to re-sign. We cut Yeldon as well because we didn't need him. And like I said, we're going to try to bring in a fullback. Receiver, I love our top three, Robinson, Lee Westbrook. They're all good. And Dixon. A.J. Donald, we're not going to bring him back. He didn't really contribute much, and he dropped a lot of big balls. And of the two undrafted rookie free agents, Dixon was clearly the better. And just a bigger guy, too. He can play outside. He can play inside in the slot. Pretty much wherever we need him. Donald, we couldn't put him outside. He's more of a slot guy. Dixon brings much more versatility. He can kind of play wherever we need him on the field. And that tight end, Hawker, Wilson. Hawker's actually the higher rated of Wilson, so that's interesting. We just signed Wilson to an extension, and he had a career year. But when I went through and upgraded the players, Hawker actually is better now. And so I'm not really sure how that's going to go down exactly. I don't plan on trading Wilson But at the same time, Hawker is a younger and higher overall, and catching is better. Catching traffic is better. Spectacular catch is better. Run block is better, which is huge on with our team. Pass block's better. Carrying, he just literally the only thing at this point that Wilson has over him is like awareness, which doesn't really matter when you're playing the game, and then a little route running by one. Hawker's the better player, so he might actually try to shop Wilson. I don't know. I don't really, like I said, I kind of want to keep him, but at the same time, we got 3 very capable tight ends on roster. And then, so moving to the offensive line now, Cam Robinson, like I said, we got rid of Josh Wells, so we need a backup. Patrick Alame, as you can see, we would lose like $6 million if we cut him. So he's on the team basically because we can't afford to get rid of him. I maybe try to move him. I don't know. If I do, I'll probably have to wait till preseason. I don't think anyone in the draft. I don't think he's going to help us with it. He might get us a 5th round pick, but what's the point of that? Unless there's someone that we really want, I guess. And then over at center, Linder is back, and like I said, I re-signed Seth Snyder, so very good there. Right guard, Miles Woods, I think he's ready to start. I almost started him last year over Greco. He was the guy we got in the 7th round. Last year was quick development. And he's already got the run. Impact block is 88. Just got to get that pass block up a little more, but I think he's ready to start and get him that XP by playing. And then Brandon Fain, 1st round pick last year, 4th overall. Kind of was a bust in terms of 4th overall, but at the same time, he went up a lot. He's got all his blocking numbers up. Really what's holding him back at this point is his awareness, which doesn't matter too much when you're playing the game. So I'm very happy with him at right tackle. All of the defensive side of things, Ngagwe and Mabin, I like that. Calais Campbell's coming back. Dwayne Smoot. Our ends are good. Up the middle, we got Malik Jackson, Avery Jones, Sheldon Day. Bringing a couple guys there to fill that out, but otherwise those are the ones that are probably going to get the playing time. And then Miles Jack, we got to bring him in a backup. And on to the most interesting thing, which I'm not really sure what we're doing. Paul Posluszny, 34 years old, 80 overall. We could cut him and save a few mil, but I kind of don't want to get rid of him. But at the same time, I want Henderson to start, and that's the only way he's going to start, is if we get rid of Posluszny. So I'm going to think on it a little bit while we kind of go through the rest of this, and I'll make my decision before the end of the stream what we're doing with him. Because I don't imagine us getting much for him in trades in the draft, so we might end up just cutting him. We'll see kind of what the free agency class looks like and how much cap space we have, and then I'll make a decision. And then over at right outside linebacker, Telvin Smith, Blair Brown, good there. And at corner, A.J. Boye, Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Colvin take a step forward, and then we re-signed Wesley Farmer. So we're very good there. Just bring in one more guy. And then free safety is the one question on defense. Really the only question on defense. And that's because Gilbert Neal, I don't see him as the starter. If we had to, I re-signed him because he is a good player. But he's more of a special teamer for us. But if we had to re-sign him, if we absolutely had to start him and we couldn't get, anyone better, I wouldn't be super opposed to the idea if we had to, but I would like to bring someone in. And then Barry Church, I plan on going into the season with him as our starter, but there is someone in free agency and we have the money, maybe, because he is getting older and he's kind of getting worse. He's made some really good plays. He's a good run-stopping safety for us, but kind of hurt us in the pass defense a little bit. And R.J. Daniels, I brought him back. again, kind of the same thing as Neal. He's more of a special teamer, but I think he does have potential. I like a lot of what he does. That man coverage is very bad, though. But he is pretty quick for a safety, and his zone coverage is all right. Tackling is really good for first-year guy, and he's a quick dude. He gets around the field pretty quick. He's from Appalachian State, so you gotta like that. You can't hate anyone from there. And then kicker's the same. Nothing changes. Kicker and punter. Picks, we're picking 32nd because we won the Super Bowl. Go us. And so that's another reason, too, why this is more of kind of like a backup role draft. Like drafting people that can play backups and just filling out the depth of the team because, like I said, we don't need a whole lot of upgrading as starters, but there's a couple people we want to go after. And again, it depends on who is available in free agency. I haven't looked yet. I haven't even advanced it, so who knows? But that is the overall plan right now. Posluszny's the only one really up in the air as to what we're doing. Otherwise, everything else, I'm happy with the moves that I made, and I think we are in a good position to defend our title. So let's go back to the transactions now. And we'll just kind of take a look at the NFL. See who all retired. Nobody retired for the Bears or the Bengals. Lorenzo Alexander retires. Broncos, nobody. Browns, nobody. Carson Palmer retires. They got Drew Brees anyway. Unless that was a one-year deal. Anthony Fasano and Andy Reid retires. Dan Carpenter, kicker. And we had Greco and Parnell retiring for us. Benjamin Watson, Nick Novak retired for the Packers. Mike Adams. Tom Brady finally calls it quits. Brandon Carr retires. William Gay. Okay, so Tom Brady is the one big notable retiree there. He got beat by TJ Russo in an amazing game. Maybe it's sort of the passing of the torch, if you will. All right, so we're good to advance to stage 1 of the offseason. So let's go ahead and take a look and see who we got here. Drew Brees is a free agent again, so they're losing. So Palmer retires, and then Brees is a free agent. So the Cardinals are going to be needing a quarterback. That is for sure. A lot better of a class than there was last year. All right, so let's take a look. Our two biggest needs are fullback. I really don't even care if they're good. As long as they can block. The only reason we're bringing one in is because we do run a lot in the I formation. Otherwise, I wouldn't have. I mean, and Spicer did a pretty good job, but I like to develop him as an actual tight end as opposed to a fullback. So basically, it comes to this. We can address that like even the third week of free agency if we wanted to. We could also just wait till the preseason and sign somebody. But free safety is the one thing we really want to target here. And there isn't anyone that good. That's not good. So we got Wilcox. Yeah, this is not good. So this is who we cut. We cut Gibson because he was bad. And there's only 3 options ahead of him. And none of them, I don't think any of them are really worth signing. Maybe Mitchell on a 1-year deal just because he doesn't want a whole lot of money. Wilcox is 28, but I don't want to give him all that. And yeah, we don't have a whole lot of cap space either. Yeah. I mean, either way, they're all upgrades from Gibson. Because he's not a spring chicken either. He's 29. Denton Roy. Texas El Paso. Oh, his coverage is bad. Well. So the other 2 positions that I was willing to upgrade on but aren't exactly needs were strong safety and possibly a receiver. I mean, I like our receiving core, but yeah, there's no one in free agency. Benjamin is only 24, though. Whoa, superstar development. How's this guy a free agent? Superstar development. His coverage is not very good. I mean, he's the same as Church. Church is 21 over 4. I don't remember. I don't think I can cut Church. Because I think we owe him too much money. Well, we would actually be saving money by cutting him. His man coverage is worse. His zone's 82. His zone's a lot worse. He is 24 years old, though, and he's superstar development, so he's going to get extra XP. We'll try it. If we sign him, we could probably cut Church. It's basically getting our money back and then some. We're not even better than the Bucs, though, but we did win the Super Bowl. You think that would count for something? Let's look at receiver. No one too great. Tyler Lockett. Alan Hurd, we cut him after the first year. Yeah, there's no one really. We'll take a quick look at fullback. Run block, 72. We want someone with a good run block. That's all we care about. And I think I'm going to wait till preseason and then pick an undrafted guy or something like that. That way, whatever cap space we do have, we could try for something else first and then... So out of that free safety conundrum, 3 guys better than who we cut, but is it really worth the money? I won't be able to look at the draft board till stage 2. I know I scouted free safeties. The problem is I don't know if any good ones will be left by the time we pick. So you almost want to bring someone in, but like I said, in worst case, if I have to start Gilbert Neal, I'm okay with it because I think he's a decent safety, and he wouldn't have been any worse off than Gibson. So at this point, it's kind of what you want to do with the little money you have left. I think I'm gonna wait and see if we get Benjamin or wherever his name is. I think it's Benjamin. So we'll sim to stage 2 here. Okay, so we did get Benjamin. James Benjamin accepted our contract offer. So now I'm comfortable going and cutting Barry Church. Yeah, 7 years older. Really the only thing he has on him is zone coverage, which, granted, that is the most important category for a strong safety, but I mean, this guy's superstar development, I think we can turn that around very quickly. So Barry Church is getting the axe. Get about $1 million in cap space there. James Benjamin. I don't know if I like that number. We might have to address that later, but so we're gonna have a new safety duo next year. That's for sure, because Church and Gibson are both gone. And honestly, those were pretty much the 2 biggest issues that we had on defense. They got torched like every other play, it seemed like. So now we can finally look at the draft board and do some scouting here. I hate that they don't let you look at it before the first round of free agency. But like I said, I did scout free safeties. The problem is I don't know if like Griffin Cox is going to be left. He's a mid-first rounder. I don't think he's going to be there when we pick. And I don't want to trade up. Antoine Keaton's someone we could get in this. We could probably get him at the first round. But his man coverage is probably not going to be very good. And then the rest of them that I did don't have more than one attribute at B, and none of them are zone coverage, which is not something you like to see when you're scouting safeties. So those are kind of our options right now. If we can land one of these 2, I'll be all right with it. Otherwise, probably Gilbert Neal. We could move RJ Daniels over. I mean, I suppose I could have kept Church and then moved Benjamin to free safety, but so we'll scout out some corners here. Not the best. St. Everett, Adrian Small. Deshaun Scott. Ugh. Alright, so we can take strong safety off there. So we do still need a fullback and a free safety. Like I said, I think with fullback, I'm just going to wait until after the draft, till preseason, and then just find the best blocking undrafted rookie. I mean, that's usually the way to go with that position. And free safety, we're kind of in a little bit of a kind of wait and see thing, because if we can land one of those two prospects, I think we'll be all right. Otherwise, I almost want to just go with Gilbert Neal or RJ Daniels, because I really don't want to put money into those guys that are not going to be very... Check out running backs for maybe a backup, but... Check out right guard. Yeah, see, there's no one really... At this point, all the top guys pretty much went. Andy LaVitre, though. Try to bring him in on a one-year deal. That would kind of solve the Amame issue. I mean, Amame's not the worst, but it would be an upgrade. It's a one-year deal. Yeah. I think I'm pretty much content right now. Check the free safety one more time, see if anyone went. So, somebody got signed. Wilcox got signed. Mitchell was probably the one I was looking at because it was a one-year deal. But even that didn't really look too... Nah, we're going to just wait and see and hope we can grab someone in the draft, I think. Fleet 5. Oh, that was bad. Earl Powers. Yeah. Martell Blackson. Nope. Antoine Young. Nope. Markeith Flanagan. Clayton Manning. Peyton Manning's cousin. Kendall Tripp. Nope. David Davey. Let's see if Oviche's still there. He had a couple offers, so he's probably not, but... Well, he is still there. There's one bid, though. The Bengals, and they increased it. So we're not going to be able to get him. You can't lowball someone if they have an offer. Like, that only works if nobody has... Like this, like, Cromartie we could lowball if we wanted him. We don't want him, but that's just... For example... Oh. Let's take a look at Posluszny one more time. I got to make a decision now before we get to the draft what I'm going to do with him. I mean, Henderson, we're starting him next year. So it's a matter of if we're trading him or cutting him at this point. I'll look and see if we could actually trade him. The Bears are not interested. See if we can get a green light. Browns, they need everybody. Browns, Chargers, Dolphins. So all AFC teams. Browns probably had the best pick of everyone. Yeah, they get the 4th overall pick. They have 2 first-round picks. Dang, they got 3. I'm trying to see how this works. See, it still shows. I mean, they're not going to do the 4th overall pick. I thought it would change if you put a pick, like, something they didn't like. So I had kind of idea what they would take. We'll try for a 3rd rounder, see if we can get him. I think that's pretty fair, since they have 2 3rd rounders. Trade declined. They have a good free safety? No, they do not. We'll try for their 4th rounder, see if we can. Nope. We might just have to cut him, to be honest. I don't see us really getting anything for him. I'm going to try a 2020. Try a 5th rounder. Alright. So we sent Paul Postlesny to the Browns in exchange for their 5th round pick this year, which I think they got the better deal of that because he's still a really good player. But like I said, it is time for Lindsey Henderson to take that next step. And in order to do so, he needs to start. And that's the only way he's going to start. So now we do need a backup middle linebacker at some point. I don't think there's anyone in free agency that I want. At middle linebacker, unless I can get a... Oh, we get the Luke Wilson thing, too. I didn't even think about that. I might save that one for draft day if I need to move up. Any good young guys? Scooby Wright, he was 2nd in the NFL in tackles. Nah, I think we're good. All right. So final scout day. I did want to get that one last corner scouted that I saw down there. It was like a Steve. Okay. This one, we're just going to go to all. And we're picking 32nd, so we'll scout guys kind of closer to us. Preston Erickson. Jimmy Lopez. We do need a lot of depth on our offensive line, so center's probably the one we don't need, but, you know. We'll scout him out just in case. All right, so not much to do here. Let's advance to the draft. Take a look at the free agency recap. Boy, we didn't do anything. All we did was sign that one guy. Our only free agent signing was Jeremy Benjamin. But he is superstar development, 24 years old. It was a good deal. We got him for like $4 million a year. So league signings, the Bears get Joe Thomas. Drew Brees goes to the Jets. He's just bouncing around. Walker goes back to the Titans. Cognito to the Rams. Dunlap to the Bills. Clark to the Cardinals. Levitre ends up going to the Bengals. Cook, Woods, Timmons, Wilcox goes, like you said, to the Panthers. Trey Waynes to the Bears. Prince Amukamara goes from the Bears to the Packers. Hitchens to the Texans. Hearns to the Patriots. Not a whole lot of big names left here. Lakin Thompson goes to the Niners. Reese to the Panthers. Thought about bringing him in. Sorensen goes to the Bears. Chandler Jones to the Jets. Hundley to the Cardinals. He might be their best quarterback on roster, I think. Chickalo to the Chiefs. Okay, so there's another Benjamin. Maybe that's Jeremy Benjamin's brother. Will Benjamin. I don't know. So yeah, that was the free agency recap. We didn't really do much there. We didn't have much cap space anyway, but the good news is with our team is we don't really need a whole lot, especially starters. It's more just role players. And we do have quite a few. And that's what we're using this draft for, is to kind of build our bench up and guys that can come in and when there's injuries or just, relieve them for a couple plays. But I think at the end of the day, that's the way to go about it anyway. Especially if there isn't a whole lot. Now, if there was, some really, really good, like safeties, for example, since that's what we were looking at, I would have probably pulled the trigger, but I really didn't think it was much of an upgrade from what we have. So I didn't think it was worth spending the money, pretty much. All right, so let's start the NFL Draft 2019.
The Jets are now on the clock.
And we'll pause it. The Jets are on the clock. Remember, they went 0-15-1, did not win a game. Use your draft board. Take a look at that real quick. Nate Roseman is projected to go number 1 overall. Look at those. 6'6", 236. He is not going to be fun to defend. That is for sure. Alright, let's get this thing going, guys. The first pick in the 2019 draft, the New York Jets select Byers. So they don't go Roseman, who was the number 1 receiver in the draft. I think Byers was the second. So the Niners are now on the clock. They're going to pick Bass, the corner. Cowboys picking 3rd. They go Schofield, left end. So Roseman's still on the board. Browns have the next 2 picks. Their first pick, they select our offensive lineman, Roy. And with the 5th pick, they will take Copeland. They got a quarterback. So now the Bears are on the clock, and they will select Warmack, right tackle. Texans take Barber. Saints with the 8th pick, they take Nate Roseman. I think they got a steal. Raiders at 9 select a corner. 10th pick goes to the Eagles. They'll take Phillips. So no safeties off the board yet. So that bodes well for us. I probably shouldn't have said that though. Oh, they take a receiver. The Dolphins are now on the clock. And they select the first free safety. It's because I didn't trade them plus Lesney, so they're getting back at me. I don't think Erickson's the one we want anyway. I think. But he's going to be gone. And I don't think he's that good enough anyway to really trade up for. Antoine Keaton's probably the guy I'm targeting right now. Just because that zone coverage is respectable. It's probably the best. I think he's the best safety left to me. So that's kind of who we're hoping is there. I don't know if he actually will be, but we'll see. So the Bills select Mason Erickson, so they go to back-to-back. So both the first-round safeties are off the board. Redskins select a right tackle. Running back to the Titans. Chiefs on the clock. They take a right tackle. Broncos at 17 take Sorensen. So that's the second quarterback, I believe, off the board. The Cardinals need a quarterback. And they take a quarterback. Smolko. Or however you say that. So with the 19th pick, the Lions select Mankins, a left guard. Rams select Hamiter. Bengals take Erickson. Rushing, the right outside linebacker. That's a fitting name. Right guard Porter goes to the Packers. With the 24th pick, the Giants select Elias. Chargers on the clock. These are the playoff teams now. They take Lopez, the center. 26th pick, the Seahawks take Everett, the corner. Patriots select Gallipo, quarterback. They did need a quarterback. Brady retired. Vikings select Baptiste. I believe he was the number 1 ranked strong safety. So with the 29th pick, the Carolina Panthers select Kelly, cornerback. And with the 30th pick, the Pittsburgh Steelers, they took Keaton. Damn it. Oh! They took our guy. That's what we get for beating him in the AFC title game, I guess. So there goes my entire plan. I thought for sure he'd be there in the second round. Or in the first round. He's the second round pick. I thought for sure he would still be there. Falcons select Velda here. So now we are on the clock. Dang. Steelers just threw my whole plan into the garbage. So next free safeties, not very good. Yeah. Oh. Ben Patrick, those are not very good numbers. Mid-second rounder. Early third. Will Anderson in the third, possibly. Skipped the combine. Well, let's see if we can see what we can get trade down. Offering a first next year, first next year. First next year. No one wants to give us a second and a first. We might be taking someone, I think. Oh, nope. I mean, you could go best available. Keyshawn Norris looks really good. We don't really need a receiver. He didn't really grade out too well in speed, though. He's a big guy. 220, 6'6" out of Alabama. Big red zone threat. I don't see him being that great, though. His catching is good. It's route running, I think, and speed that are an issue. Kawhi Gilliam. Devontae Colquitt is another guy that's pretty. I don't know, Keyshawn Norris, something about him. His combine is not like anything outstanding, but he is a big boy and he can catch. The other one, Daniel Gentry, but we don't need a center. Stacy, we're good at linebacker. You know what? We're going to do it. If anything, if it doesn't work out, we still have, plenty of weapons. But I think he could be another huge target for us. So with the 32nd pick in the first round of the 2019 NFL Draft, your reigning, defending Super Bowl champion Jacksonville Jaguars select wide receiver Keyshawn Norris out of Alabama.
The Bears are now on the clock.
And we reach slow. Oh no. Oh no. He's got such good stats though. Oh man. Route running is an issue. But that catching is very good. The 75 overall though, so I don't see him really seeing the field. That hurts us. Oh boy. Alright, so we're going to skip ahead to our next pick.
Alright, team is now off the clock. Adam Schefter, can you tell us about their
Colquitt's gone. He's the other one.
Let me say that one more time. He won the Heisman.
Man, I thought he was going to be better than that.
Did I say more? You can imagine how well he played this season to win the biggest award in college.
I mean, I knew he wasn't going to be fast. I also don't understand how he's so low because he has really good catching numbers.
As a defender in the NFL. I think this is a home.
I'm not too worried about the slow development, though, because, like I said, he does have the catching numbers. So I think he will do just fine. He is a bigger dude, too. Oh, man. It's not a whole lot of options here. Adrian Small, maybe. Walker McDuffie. Cedric Peters, but I think I should be able to get him in the 3rd round. He's a big guy, 6'4". Morgan Jeffries. There might be someone to target in the 3rd round as well. We'll see if we can trade down. Maybe pick up an extra mid-round pick. 2nd next year, 4th this year. 3rd this year. 3rd and a 4th. 2nd and a 3rd round. Okay, so you're giving me a 2nd next year with a 3rd this year. That's something I'm interested in. 2 future 3rds there. So like they're giving me their 2nd next year, a 3rd this year, and a 7th. 2nd and a 3rd. I think we're going to trade down with the Seahawks. So we'll get their 2nd next year, and a 3rd this year, and a 7th next year. So we're picking up a 3rd round pick, which is where most of the people I want are at anyway.
The Jaguars are now on the clock.
Yeah, so we pick 70th, and then we pick at the end of the 3rd round as well. Where was that left guard? Got him as an early 4th. I just want to make sure we get him. I don't want to have another Antoine Keaton issue. So we're going to take, with the 6th pick in the 3rd round, the Jacksonville Jaguars. We are going to select left guard LaMarcus Blake out of Oregon State.
The Texans are now on the clock.
78 overall. Already as good as Patrick Halame. I think he's going to be our starter from day one. We could actually probably try and trade Halame now if we wanted to. Or keep him. Might just keep. I think we'll keep him as a backup, but.
Eagles have made their selection. For more about him, let's go to Adam Schefter.
The IQ test is perhaps one of the most controversial.
So this is the pick we got from the Seahawks.
Measure a player's aptitude during the combine. Even so, there are several NFL franchises that place significant value in the results, which is exactly why when this kid scores a 14, heads turn and he found himself losing ground in several experts' mocks.
And just
Most GMs
quick
will
glance,
say
Curtis
they're
Roto.
20s, but history has shown us that several of the greats, like Marino and McNabb,
But I'm not too excited about the combine grade there.
have praised his football IQ, specifically his ability
It doesn't really fit our scheme either.
dissect opposition schemes. These traits should serve him well at the next level, though several players with these traits have failed in the past.
Say Javi Riddick.
The complex nature of the
He's more of a mid. We could probably get him with our next pick.
Training camp in the preseason are going to be huge for him, and the results, be they positive or negative, will no doubt add fuel to the raging debate over the use of IQ test as a judge of player intelligence.
I think we're going to try to trade down again. So the Bears are offering us a second. It's a lot of seconds for next year. That's fine with me. I think they're going to be rubbish again. We'll take their second.
Hold on now. This pick is trading teams.
Who they take? They take Burrows with that.
The Jaguars are now on the clock.
I forgot we had a third round pick because that from something we had did last offseason. I should also take a look at those because yeah, we actually have the next two picks. And then I forgot we made a bunch of trades last year at the end of the draft to acquire later round picks. So we have a lot of picks left here. We have 2/3, a fourth, 3 5s, 2 6s, and 3 7s. Some of those, obviously, we're probably going to package for higher picks. But we do need to get some players here, so. So with the 31st pick in the third round, the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to select Javiah Riddick, right tackle out of Michigan State.
Jaguars are now on the clock.
69 overall, impact blocking of 88 already. So we'll take that. Fills our backup role that we needed filling. So we're on the clock again. And there's no free safeties left, so we're probably stuck. I think we're going to end up going with Neal or Daniels unless we can get someone in free agency, but that was unsigned. We're going to trade this one, I think. If someone wants to trade us. You can trade down this year and then pick up a 7th next year. Trade down and get a 4th, 2nd next year. We'll just take the Saints 2nd next year.
I think we've got a trade coming.
Excuse me.
The Jets.
They take Flynn.
Titans have just made Henderson their newest player.
Oh, Stacy's gone. Hopefully the guy I wanted is still here.
Catching up with him, and that his struggles were a result of playing through several nagging injuries and not an issue of talent drop-off.
He is Elion Harrison.
Impressed with his raw numbers at the combine, giving more than one GM confidence that his series of struggles was nothing to worry about.
I think I might be able to get him later, though. But he is 9th on the board out of my scouted. See where he's at on the entire board, but 32nd. So this time next, well, I think just to be safe, we're going to take him. He doesn't grade out very well combine-wise, but I do like block shedding and tackle and the hit power. So with the 32nd pick in the 4th round, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Elion Harrison out of Michigan State. Doesn't really fit our scheme, but does got good tackling and block shedding. Decent speed for a left end. He might actually fit better inside, but you know.
The Jaguars are now on the clock.
So we're on the clock here. We've got the 5th pick in the 5th round. Malik Parsons there. We have 2 bottom picks in the 5th round as well. There isn't really anyone I want too bad. Maybe Edwin Willis, but pass block is not very good. So Jerome McCoy looks all right, but his speed is not for going to be that small. You got to be quick, otherwise you're not really going to do too much for us. And I think we're going to try to trade this one away as well. Bengals offering a 3rd next year. I think we'll go with the Redskins. They seem to be the worst of the team. So we give them a 3rd for one of our 5ths. Take Sherman. So we'll fast forward to the bottom of the 5th round, where we have the next 2 picks. This is where it gets pretty tricky. Armani Pittman seems like a pretty decent option. They got him as undrafted, so we could probably get him later in this thing. Griffin Adai. Mac Maben is definitely someone I want late in the draft. Keelan Crowell. We're going to take Edwin Willis here. So with the 5th pick the 31st pick in the 5th round, our Jacksonville Jaguars are going to select Right tackle Edwin Willis out of Nevada.
Jaguars are now on the clock.
And they say it's a good pick, 70 overall. Impact block, 89. I like that. He's got pretty good blocking statistics. His biggest issue right now, I think, holding his overall down is his awareness. So I'll take it. I think that's a pretty decent pick there. Probably, definitely make the roster, I think. So we're on the clock again here with the 32nd pick. And I'm half tempted to take Deshaun Walker. Just so we have another option, possibly. He's 24 years old already, though, but... we do want to get another one on the roster. We're going to take Deshaun Walker. I'm not too... well, maybe not. No, we're not. Because his... the guy I really want to take is Mac Maven, but I don't want to take him too early. And Keelan Crowell is another one I want. We don't need all them receivers, though. Alright. So with the 32nd pick, we're going to take Turner Dryback out of Rice, the run blocker.
The Bears are now on the clock.
Quick development, 75 overall. Alright, that's what I'm talking about. A big boy, 6'7", 334 pounds. Definitely could be an impact player right away. Probably could move him. If I get that pass block up a little bit, I could probably move him to left tackle. So now we're sent to the bottom of the 6th round. We've been taking a lot of offensive linemen in this draft, that's for sure. Hopefully some of these later guys I want are still here. Oh no. Okay, this is unscouted. I was about to freak out. So we have 4 7th round picks and 2 6th round picks left. I don't see us spending all of them, but we could. I mean, who knows? So 31st pick in the 6th round, we're going to O-line again. Griffin I-Die out of Montana State.
The Jaguars are now on the clock.
72 overall. Impact block already at 88. I like that pick. And we're going to move some of these guys around. Like he'll probably go to right guard most likely. We're on the clock again. This one would probably, I think I might trade this one. I don't see too many people. I think I'm as a late 7th for Keelan Crowell. Alright, so with the 32nd pick in the 6th round, the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to select outside linebacker Joey Cole out of Marshall.
The Jets are now on the clock.
68 overall. He just got good tackling. Pursuit's decent. bit of a project, but I think he'll be a pretty good player for us. Doesn't really fit our scheme 100%, but we did need a backup outside linebacker. So I think he'll help with that. So now we're on the clock with the 3rd pick in the 7th round. And at this point, I'm really just trying to fill out the bench. It's definitely going to be a young, inexperienced team. We have 4 picks in the 7th round. Probably not going to use all of them, but there's a few guys I would like to draft and try to bring in. One of whom is Mac Maben. 6'1" wide receiver out of Army. Got good catching stats. 70 overall. Should be able to make the team, I think. And definitely fills up our need at receiver.
The Jaguars are now
And then, so now we're on the clock like 3 picks later. And the other receiver I wanted to bring in, I know I'm about to draft 3 receivers. Keelan Crowell. Kind of a smaller guy, not very fast, but I do like his catching attributes. 71 overall, say an excellent pick. He's actually better than Maben. He's a smaller guy, but
the Jaguars are now on the clock.
so we got 2 picks left here. We have the 21st pick, and then we have we get Mr. Irrelevant. I think that's the first time I've ever had the last pick in the draft. Of course, this is the first time we've ever won a Super Bowl on one of my series here on the channel. And there's really no one left in terms of scouting that looks really good. Pretty much everyone that's left. Well, Bradley Pollard, but well, his tackling's pretty decent. We do need a backup middle linebacker. He seems to fit our scheme. He's kind of more of a safety, though, to be honest. We'll see what his speed is. We're going to draft Pollard. 82 speed. It's all right.
The Jaguars.
So now for the very last pick in the draft. We can't trade it away. We got to pick somebody. Well, I guess all. A lot of skill sets here. DeMarcus Booth. Undrafted. Combine grade is pretty good. Top 10 in everything. Except for 40-yard dash. I think we might have to go with this guy. Take a look at some other stuff, but you know what? We're going to take this guy. I didn't scout him because he was undrafted, but wait, where'd he go? All right, screw it. We're taking him. We need free safety. Judging by the combine, everything looks good. With the very last pick in the NFL draft, Mr. Irrelevant himself, your reigning, defending Super Bowl champion Jacksonville Jaguars, select free safety DeMarcus Booth out of Tulane. If this is superstar development, I'm going to lose my mind. They're not going to tell us who he is. Apparently, we'll have to wait and see. He must be the greatest player in the history of NFL. That we have to wait until... Okay, so let's take a look. So just to go over who we had and everything, we had Keyshawn Morris in the first round. He, 75 overall. He's got good catching. His issues is route running, really. That's the only thing that's really holding him back. But he's a rookie. I think he'll develop. He could definitely be our outside guy. And then Marquise Lee could move inside, or, if we get rid of him or Westbrook, who knows. He's got potential. That's the biggest thing. Well, Marcus Blake, 78 overall. He's going to be probably our starting left guard to start the year, as Amame is really, we'll have to compare their attributes. But then we took Javier Riddick. And then into the fourth round, we took Elion Harrison. In the fifth round, we selected Edwin Willis out of Nevada. Decent blocking. That's kind of the theme with all these offensive linemen that we selected. Turner, dry back, quick development. Had the best development out of everyone I drafted. 93 strength, 86 run block, 85 impact. His biggest issues is pass block, but mainly I think the awareness is what's keeping his overall down. Then we selected Griffin Adai in the sixth round. Again, the same thing. Pretty good blocking. Awareness, not so great. And then we selected Joey Cole as well. I'm not even sure. He might be more of like a practice squad guy. And then we selected Mac Maben out of Army. He's got good catching statistics. Route running is terrible. And then Keelan Crowell. His issues catching in traffic, otherwise, and awareness. Otherwise, he is pretty much a finished product as well. And then we selected Bradley Pollard to play outside linebacker. Could possibly move him in or even to safety, as he is only 220 pounds. And then with the very last pick, DeMarcus Booth. They didn't tell us what he was. We haven't looked. So we're going to look and see what he is. Oh no, normal development, 62 overall. Ugh. Well, there goes. I thought he was going to be good because they didn't show us. Apparently, that's just what happens when you had the last pack you pick in the draft. Oh boy. He's probably going to get cut. We could probably get somebody better in free agency. So I do want to go through and change their numbers. So Keyshawn Norris, 80, got him currently at 85. Also got to go through, if the picture doesn't have dreads, they shouldn't have dreads on the field. It's a little weird. So I go through and make sure if you got dreads in your picture, you got dreads on your player. I also like to change the numbers to make them look cooler. Some people just... Norris, I'm not sure if 85 fits him. 86 is available. 87 is available. 89. He's a big boy. We're going to give him 81. Maybe. What other numbers can we give him? Can we give him 18? Keyshawn Norris is going to be 18 for us. Marcus Blake. $61's fine for him. Javier Riddick. He's a big dude. That's fine. Elion Harrison. See, he doesn't have... Well, that's fine. I don't like that number, though. I think 90 is a pretty decent number. Can we give him 70? I don't know why, but for some reason 70 seems like a number he'd wear. We're going to give him 70. Edwin Willis. See, like this guy, he's got dreads in his picture. If he doesn't have dreads in the player, it's going to look weird. And he doesn't. So now he looks weird. That's what I'm talking about. Like here, you got to have your right. Yeah, there we go. 67's fine. Turner Drawbach. Dreisbach. I think it's Dreibach. I don't know. Dreibach. I think the S is silent. It's Dreibach. It's going to be Dreibach. Turner Dreibach. He's a big boy. Griffin Adai. And I'll move some of these guys around. I want to wait until I kind of see what the roster looks like after undrafted free agents and everything like that. Which the next episode will be the offense and defensive preview. Well, the next episode will be offense preview, then defense preview will be the episode after that. Basically what that is, I play the spring training games, and then I edit it, and I'll show highlights of them while I break down each position and who's starting, who's doing the bench rolls, all that stuff. Same as last year. And then Joey Cole. Got him at 99. I don't know if I want to. I like to have my linebackers in the 50s or 40s. I don't know why. Especially on a 4-3 team. It looks weird. Poslezney's gone. Someone can wear 51. I'll give him a 50 number. He'll be 59. And Mac Maben. I just love that name, by the way. He's a smaller guy. They got him wearing 88. Not sure if I want that. He seems like... He's going to wear 19. Killian Crowell. Might just be Keelan. Keelan Crowell, we're number 10. See, was he one that had dreads, though? Seems like he would have dreads. He doesn't. I like him with a bigger number for some reason. Keelan Crowell. 88, 87. We'll give him 89. And some of these guys might not even make the roster. Who knows? And who was the last guy who took Booth? DeMarcus Booth. He's a bum. He ain't even worth editing. Screw it. I don't think he's going to make the team anyway. Alright, let's go look through some of these rookies, see how good they were. See who everybody got. Marquise Byers, 76 overall. he ended up going ahead of Roseman. So when we get to, I think, the Saints, we'll have to see who's better. Frank Mankins. Oh, I forgot to go up and I like to look at. I like to actually click on the things and look. Quick development for buyers. Frank Mankins for the Lions. Superstar development. Pass blocking's atrocious. Aaron Porter for the Packers. Quick development, 77 overall. Marvin Kelly, the corner. Normal development. Still a solid player. Graham Gallipo. Tom Brady's replacement. Not very good. Victor Gore. Decent player. Thaddeus Hamiter. Normal development. Scott Rushing. 79 overall. He went down. He was 80. I guess he still is an 80. Second round, they got Bradley Spencer. 78 overall corner. Slow development, but he's already a 78. That's pretty good. Proctor's not the best. Quick development, though, so that's good. And then Ross Hall was actually better. Superstar development, 79 overall in the second round. So we actually could have picked him. We don't need a center, but still. All right, so here's Roseman. Superstar development, 78 overall. They should have took him. They took Byers. I mean, they're both going to be good players, but this guy's going to be a lot better, I think. And they got Patrick Rasmussen in the second round. 82 overall, adjusted. Good draft by the Saints there. Dawson Everett, slow development, 78 overall. Ooh, wait. He had an 84 overall in the fourth round. Ross Ruddy. It's a fullback, but still, the run block's pretty good. Antoine Keaton. This is the guy we wanted in the first round. 74 overall, normal development. Okay, so not too bad. Better than the guy we drafted, but that didn't hurt us too bad. Rashawn Barber. Texans got him 77 overall. Dan Olsen, tight end. So these guys, first look of the first team, will have to play twice a year. Griffin Rowland for the Titans. Quick development, 79 overall. Be the running back of their future. Tobias Henderson goes to them as well. And DeMarcus Brown. Abraham Baptiste. He was the top strong safety. Slow development, 75 overall. Was not a good safety class, which sucks because that was really our only need. Clayton Manning. They got a 74 overall in the sixth round, though. Jordan Fisher. Left end. On to the Bears. Carol Warmack was their first round pick, 77 overall. They passed on Roseman, too. I'm sure, as bad as they were, I'm sure anyone in that top 10 could have used a receiver there. Deshaun Scott, this is a guy we wanted. I didn't pick him, though, because I was kind of like, yeah, I'm glad I didn't grab him. Ryan Kittner. Preston Erickson of the Bengals. Superstar development. Mason Harrison, another guy we wanted. Superstar development. 72 overall, though, but we would have gladly took him had he been on the board. I think that's the second year in a row the Bills selected a safety that I wanted. Cooper Sorensen, 78, normal development. Be a good player. That's how Russo was. Terrell McCoy, we thought about him as well. Paul Roy goes to the Browns. See, the quick development, 78 overall. It says he's a 73, but he is a 78. Grant Copeland, quick development, 77 overall. Those were the 4th and 5th picks. So they had a pretty good draft there. Jason Lowry, 80 overall already. Very balanced numbers. He'll be a good player for them. For sure. Zach Smolko, replacement for Carson Palmer and Drew Brees, because for some reason they had both of them last year. It's quick development, 77 overall. Deep accuracy is not very good, but then Eric Ritz, 80 overall quick development. So pretty good draft there for the Cardinals. Jimmy Lopez to the Chargers, quick development, 79 overall. It says 80 over there. And Will Anderson, we wanted him in the 2nd round. I guess we could have took him, but we ended up taking that receiver instead. Probably should have took Anderson, I guess. Deron O'Neal. I didn't know he was still on the board. I thought he was gone. I probably would have taken him. So then the Colts, the 3rd team we play 3 times a year. Paul Hicks is their 1st round pick, not very good. Sean McDougal, the tight end, though, 76 overall. More of a blocking tight end, if anything. And then Curtis Schofield, left end for the Cowboys, 81 overall. Already, pretty good. Griffin Cox, 78 overall, quick development. He was the other guy we wanted, but he went well before we were going to be able to pick. Thought about taking this guy over Norris, but I'm glad we took Norris of the 2. And then Jawan Phillips, 82 overall to start. If he gets that awareness up, he'll probably be in the 90s. Kilo Jamison, slow development, but 78 overall already. He should be a pretty good back for them. Parker Finneran, 77 overall, quick development. Jared Velda here, center, 76, superstar development. Man, seems like this draft class was strong in areas we didn't need people. Perry Bass, 81 overall. Already a pretty good player. Gotta get that play recognition up. Zachary Catapano, quick development, 75 overall. Simon Elias, quick development, 77 overall. And that wraps it up for us. So yeah, Blake was our highest overall, but was it Dryback had the quick development? Yeah, but he was the highest development we had. Everyone else was either normal or slow. Mostly normal. Norris kind of hurts us being slow development, but his biggest issue is the awareness and the route running. So we should be able to get him to respectable numbers at least. And I think he will be a pretty big role. I think he play a pretty big role on our team. Might even possibly move Westbrook or Lee. We'll kind of see how that goes. Same with Luke Wilson. He's probably going to be on the block when we get kind of into preseason. Just because I don't need Wilson and Hawker. And if I could get something for Wilson while he's still riding this wave of incredible play, I'm going to have to go and try and do it. But that's going to pretty much do things, I think, for this live stream, guys. I'm going to finish kind of signing the free agents and stuff, get the team fleshed out, and then we will have the offensive preview on Tuesday, and the defensive preview will come up on Friday. I'm starting a new upload schedule this week since we do have a couple new series coming to the channel. Mainly the NCAA 14 Team Builder Dynasty Episode 1 went up of that this morning. And in the description of all my videos, it has the new upload schedule. And that'll go in effect on Monday, just because Super Mega Baseball is going to be our Sunday series. And I don't have that completely done yet, so we're going to stick with the old schedule for Sunday. So tomorrow will be A's franchise, and then starting Monday, it will be the new schedule. Well, with that said, guys, I hope you guys did go on to enjoy this live stream. It was a relatively quiet offseason. We didn't do too much, and we didn't make a huge splash in the draft either. But I think that's a good thing because our team is pretty much balanced. The only real issue at this point is free safety, and hopefully I can address that in some way, shape, or form here before we get into the regular season. If you want to enjoy the video, guys, in the live stream, smash that like button, and let me know in the comments after this thing goes posted what your favorite move was of the draft, and give me your draft grade, what you think I did. I would give myself like a C. I didn't do very well. I definitely had a better draft last year, but let me know your grade for it down in the comment section below, and let me know if you are hyped for this season as we try to defend our Super Bowl title. And it's probably going to be the last season of the series, so be sure to watch it, and let's send it out on a high note with hopefully back-to-back Super Bowl championships. Have a great day, rest of your day, guys. Till next time. Peace.